I believe that it is quite the good game. Well played.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hi.
What's up?
So, Morse is checking out behind us. He's watching the set. He's getting the best perspective. It's honestly best to just watch it from the where the commentators are, because I always go over there and I'm like, man, I can't see anything. you have to have like the perfect angle. And then someone wants to watch it with you, and you're like fine, I'll move over, but I can't see Wyld stocks. You know?
That's secretly why you're commentating, so you can watch the game from a better angle.
No, because if I didn't want to do commentary at all, I would just I would do it more sincere, just watch.
Alright.
'Cause I do that sometimes. The C# Ditto. Yeah, it's too bad that we don't have Soul Patch here, also known as Kapound. Oh, so.
Ooh.
That was almost
Okay,
extremely good mashing. It actually was extremely good mashing. Can I say something that is quite important at this present moment?
Yes.
I really don't like when people call me DFC. So if you want me to cry myself to sleep at night, if you want that to happen, then you can call me DFC. But if you would like for me to go far in life, then my tag is Drug Free Chew.
Can I call you Tony?
You can call me Tony, but you have to be my friend if you do that.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
God, that's so good.
Okay.
I thought I knew the counter to that, and I just haven't figured out the spacing. The trick is to definitely put out a move as you're shooting from below the stage, because it goes way faster than you expect.
Dude, both of these characters just go fast as duck.
Fast as what?
As duck.
Okay.
Autocorrect.
Yeah.
So, I'll be honest, Cody's playing pretty well today. Who did he lose to in winners? Do you know? I feel like I watched that set.
Who did he lose to in winners? I don't know. What happened to Chris?
What happened to Chris?
Yeah.
He lost to Connor in winners.
Okay.
And Wyld the round before this.
Oh, okay.
So they had to play for 5th.
Yeah.
Which is not unreasonable, because they were the 3 and 5 seeds.
Okay.
Connor was the 4th, if you were curious.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Understandable.
Okay, so I will say now, so I don't want to assume Cody's going to win this game, but let's just say Cody wins this game, because I want to say what I want to say.
Okay.
If Wyld loses a game, he is one of the least. He's one of the players that I would least expect for that to show how he's going to do next game, if that makes sense.
Can you elaborate?
So if he gets 4-stocked game 1,
Okay.
then that doesn't show how he's going to do next game at all.
Okay.
He could 4-stock you next game, even if you're playing just as well. He is very good at just ignoring his mistakes from last game, but he also, I think he's not good at recognizing what he was doing right in games that he won and continuing to do those things and abusing them, you know?
Okay.
So
you think he's good at noticing what he's doing wrong?
I think that he is. Yeah, I think he's not good at noticing what he's doing right. Oh, that was a little spooky. That's just what you call a movement read. You know, you just know where he's gonna go and you hit him. But it was a very is he gonna do that kind of thing, you know? I'm just kind of interrupting myself a lot, and I do that a lot.
Do you want me to pick up where you were?
No.
Okay.
Because usually if I'm interrupting myself, it's... Whoa! Okay, so...
Will you say that Wyld is good at noticing what he's doing wrong and adapting? Because I know that you say that he's bad at capitalizing on his strong suits per game.
Yeah, he's very good at realizing okay, I am doing something wrong, and he's good at realizing, okay, these things are wrong. I'm not gonna do them anymore.
Okay.
But if he is doing something right, I feel like sometimes when I'm fighting him, I'll be like, whoa, I don't know how to deal with this thing he's doing, and it's really scary. And he'll like two-stock me, and then the next game is just like, why isn't he doing that?
Why isn't he doing the thing? Yeah.
Like, it's like, wait, I'm winning, but it's not because I figured out. Like, he's just not doing it anymore. And I wish I could come up with a specific example.
You know what part of it is that, because I do this a lot, where I asked Chris about this the other day. I was like, what do I need to work on? And he said, you give people too much credit. And I was like, what do you mean? And he said, you're setting up for options that I haven't chosen yet, which is like kind of what you're alluding to with Wyld, where it's like, Wyld has the option and he knows that it's working, but in his head, he's assuming that you already have the counter. And so he's like 2 steps too fast. Whereas if he just kept doing the thing and wait for you to prove that you have the counterplay, it would be fine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. Like a lot of players, like will be. You can still be very good without using a common tool of a character. Like I, for example, like sometimes I just will like not bacon and still do really well. It depends on the matchup, of course, but some matchups where a lot of other Game & Watches would still bacon a ton, I'm just like barely using the projectile. And you are not a good player if you are playing against me and you're like, I gotta play around bacon when I'm not really using it that much, you know?
Yeah, because you're accounting for an option that hasn't been presented yet.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, okay, people think way too much the matchup when you gotta think the player. And people hear that all the time, but they don't apply it unless they're good. And it's just like, you're not gonna get good unless you apply things like this, you know?
Yeah.
You really, really need to play the player. And it is good to like, it's totally fine to like learn matchups and learn what you can do in a matchup and stuff. But that's not all you're doing. You're not just like, okay, so I can stuff out Sonic with Game & Watch F-Tilt a lot, and that's really good. So I'm gonna do that a lot.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter if you don't know when the Sonic is gonna be approaching.
Exactly. It's like if I just only kept that in mind, it's like, wow, lasting hitboxes keep Sonic out. Then he would just be whiff punishing the shit out of me, and I'd get like 3 or 4 stock. You know?
I would like to point out very quickly that Cody didn't expect that to kill, and none of us did because that was improper DI.
I am not paying attention.
No, it's okay.
I'm not good at that.
I just wanted to point that out. Wilder held straight up. He should have held to the right.
What
And
move
he died.
Escape?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He died at like 70.
Oh dear.
Cody and I sat back in our chair at the same time like, wait, what? That's not right.
You know, Cape is really good in the sense that it's like, okay, it's similar to Fox Up Air, where it's like, yeah, it's an above average move just on its own, but it's like, the reason it's a crazy good move is not just its above averageness, it's that on top of, oh god.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, as a former Ice Climbers player with exceptional mashing skills with Side B, I am extremely impressed. Because I play Meta Knight from time to time just to... Okay, but you know what? Cody's up 2-0 now. You know? I'm really proud of him. Can I say something that's not related to Smash at all?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I went to Walgreens and... okay, so a little bit of backstory.
Okay.
So, my brother used to work retail. He worked at Target, and so I'd get to hear all the nightmare stories all the time.
Of course.
Of like the customer who wants something from the back, because there's not something here or whatever. And I was just always like, ha ha ha, stories. They're so scary. But I went to Walgreens, and I had never experienced this before. I just went to Walgreens, and this lady who's like 55, I'd say, of course. She's like got this store guy helping her, and like she's looking at the popcorn, okay?
Okay.
And she couldn't find the popcorn she wanted, and the dude's just like, we don't have that popcorn, ma'am. She's just like, yes, you do. And I'm just like, whoa. hold on a second. I need to take my eyes off the Hershey's bars. And she's like, okay, do you have any in the back? And like, I was just like, whoa.
Whoa. Oh, fuck. No,
it doesn't work against me. But yeah, dude, the fabled back. It's like...
It exists.
The back, dude.
The back.
And like, he just called back and was like, do we have any of this popcorn in the back? And then she just got pissed at him for not having that kind of popcorn. And just like, I'm never going to work retail in my life. Anyway, that's beside the point. Let's look at this set. So I think that right now, Cody found this deluxe popcorn. You know?
He found it in the back.
Dude, Cody went to the back. And that's how he beat Connor. He went to the back and meditated. You know? So that's why he's doing so well.
He found the popcorn.
That's how he mashed so well. Also, that's scary. I very rarely get to experience that. The up throw dare because I'm Game & Watch. He'll like up throw dare me at like 70 and I'm like,
The secret strat is to SDI through him and force him to side B.
That is actually just a strat. You know what the secret strat is? Is to do Taz levels of multiple SDI inputs into the stage and just SDI really hard and then tech the stage. Even if you're like all the way over here.
That's the secret strat.
Or you could...
Well, it's not secret anymore. Ooh.
Okay, that was a little bit of a spooky last two strikes. You know how I said Wyld is the type to be like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can still win the next few games. Cody has a bit more trouble with that. And you know what? I think that Wyld...
3, 2, 1.
So while Cody went to the back, dude, it's just kind of like, he got the deluxe popcorn and shit. Wyld works at the store. And he knows he knows all the kinds of popcorn.
I thought you were going to say Wyld is the guy who asked for the manager. Wyld's the one like,
Oh no. No, Cody's not the manager. He's the shitty customer. Well, that's really mean. I'm sorry, Cody. You're not a shitty customer in my heart. Okay, so...
I still think that's my favorite moment of seeing you and Cody together ever. Is at Shuffle, when you two had to play.
I played Fox.
Because after you played Fox against Solpec, and Cody comes back like angrily and sits down next to me in silence, and you come back just like ashamed, and you sit like 4 seats to our left, and you just don't say anything, and Cody doesn't say anything, and there's like silence, and I don't say anything. Cody just goes, "My Game & Watch sucks. Can't beat Solpec without playing Fox. My Game & Watch sucks. I'm 32-0 on C#."
Gotta play. And it's funny because after I just barely lost a soul patch with Game & Watch, I switched to Fox and I got 3 stock. Okay, this was April of 2017. Don't judge me.
That was so funny. Just the way he worked in 37-0 on C#. I can't play Game & Watch.
Well, you gotta understand. Earlier that day, I was feeling very I was lacking confidence in my Game & Watch that day, because earlier that day was the time when Tech Boy 3-stocked my Game & Watch, and then I dittoed him.
Dittoed him and won.
Yeah. So like I was just like, man, maybe Game & Watch isn't the character for me, because I was still figuring it out at the time, you know?
Yeah.
And I still
He's alive.
I Heart Love Tap knocked me out of losers at that tournament.
I remember.
And he did way better against my Game & Watch than he did against my ICs. So, like, okay, I think a lot of people don't understand this, but at the time, my ICs were way better than my Game & Watch. I was an ICs man with a Game & Watch secondary.
Interesting.
But when I was going to WIT, it was like, oh, the top players are Captain Falcon, etc.
Yeah,
it's just like, and
Captain
like Zelda.
Falcon and Fox and Zelda, yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I guess I'll use my secondary Game & Watch for these. And I could just, like, there was never points where I was like, ICs is the better pick, so Game & Watch just became better for me.
Interesting.
If I was like a player in a different state, like I totally would have been a nice partner. And I still love the character.
Yeah.
But it's just like
It's more applicable to play Game & Watch most of the time.
my ices are not near where they were before. It's just like it's not the same. I'm talking about myself a lot, but
No, it's fine.
so let's
We watched this set a lot.
we a lot, but like in comparison to other like Tripoint sets, this isn't like super gun. Like it's not like Wyld Chris, you know.
Yeah.
I guess the thing is I'm on the end of things where it's like I have people that I play a ton, so it's like a common set for me is like way more common than this.
Oh yeah.
Also, come on, Cody. I want to see Cody versus Morse. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like I want to see Wyld versus Morse, but I want to see Cody versus Morse more. This okay. You have to understand. I really love Wyld, and he is really cool. But Cody is like possibly my best friend in the entire universe, and so I will root for him against anyone. Maybe not against my brother. He's literally related to me.
Because he's literally my brother.
And you know that one time where Popcorn 32 beat Sharp?
Oh yes.
If I was watching that set, I might have been like, you know, Popcorn 32, because
Popcorn.
you know, okay. So when Cody was just like, "Fuck you, Tony," for playing Fox against Soul Patch.
Oh yes.
I was feeling very similar as for Cody against Popcorn 32, because you know the reason he lost that set was because I'm gonna win this set using only Nair and down B. And then it's the last wit, and he goes like 1-2, and I'm just like, no, Cody. Like, we talked after, and he's just like, I'm out. And I'm just like, what the fuck? This is the last wit.
That was a big bracket.
And then I played Pit against Ellipsis that tournament later. So, you know.
This is game 5?
Yes, this is game 5.
Wow.
I agree with you, Jahira Johnson. Cody got sauce.
Trying to figure out how bands work. What?
Can I say something?
Yes.
In the end, only those of us who are useful are kept alive out of pity. Back to the game. So, they're going to final destination.
I want you to know that when you first said that on Discord, like me, Jack, Evan, and Nave and Tom, or Formioli, all just started crying.
Oh.
We're talking about when we were in call, and we just opened up Discord and see that Tony has said, in the end, only those who are useful are kept alive out of pity, and all 4 of us just started crying.
Oh dear. Do you remember like when I said this? Because I like vaguely remember it.
I can find it.
Yeah, you can search it.
It was something that Chris said.
Is that the one where? Oh, I can't look. There was something else I was gonna look for too. After this set, I really need to grab my phone from the stream setup because that's where it is.
Oh, it was Ripple. Ripple said, or you said, Blake, let me play Ices against you tomorrow. And Ripple said, why would I choose to suffer? He said, in the end, only those of us who are useful are kept alive out of pity. And your brother immediately responded with the dancing man emoji.
The dancing emoji is a classic Tony, by the way.
So
if you were not aware. Hey, you want to know something stupid?
Yes.
Meta Knight. It's Sonic.
It's pretty stupid.
Hey, wait. Go back to Discord. You have an app mention.
Oh, it's Midwest Project M. Spicy wants to net play.
XD.
Indeed. So Cody's up a stock, kind of.
Okay, I wanted to talk about this earlier, but we were busy talking about Tony Quotes. So I'll get back to that later. That's just more I want to say on Tony Quotes. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so this counterpick. So it was Wyld's counterpick. It's like yeah, Wyld lost the stage, but I could see Cody being just as likely to counter pick it. You know,
Interesting.
it's just like with me and Morse with Fountain.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to go to Fountain, and then he's like, I want to go to Fountain, and we're like, we're both pretty fine with this, for the most part. And I feel like that's FD for these two.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to not talking about the game.
More Tony quotes.
Okay, so I used to deliver newspapers, okay? And for the first like several months of doing it, I would do it with my sister, my older sister, and like we were doing this at like 3 a.m.
Jesus.
when I was still in high school, and so it's like very like tired. It's like I have to do this and then go to school, and it was every day, 365 days. So it's like very like adventurous, okay?
Adventurous. Yes.
And I said a lot of really weird things because I was like half conscious 90% of the time. And so apparently throughout this entire time, my sister kept a Tony quotes folder of just like things I would say at 3 a.m. And I need to ask her for this folder because I'm very curious because this was also when I was like 14 or 15. And
He's dead.
C# with the L cancel. Did you see that? The way he ended the set. It was not just with a back air. It was with an L canceled back air.
Incredible. Truly.
Be right back. I've kept on talking about how I need to get my phone. Wait. Here. I've been talking about this for like 2 sets in a row.
I'm gonna let you